everyone's going to have an opinion. And at the end of the day, if you allow everyone's opinion to be the reason why you quit something, well, you're not going to do very much in this world. I paused and I was like, man, do I deserve to have a voice in this space? And then I thought about it. It's like, why not? Why not me? Why not you? What's up, guys, and welcome back to my channel. It has been a long time. A lot has happened. I'm sure all of our lives are completely different from when I started, and it's really not that big of a deal because I only had 3 shows before this, so 3 videos. Nevertheless, I am happy to be back. I had quit YouTube, and now I'm back, and hopefully for good. You know, and that's kind of what I wanted to start off with today is, why did I leave? Why did I quit? Well, for one, life happens. It's tough. My mental strength for YouTube and the grind of doing 9 to 5 and then editing YouTube after hours and working on the weekend. It's like, oh my gosh, it's way more intense than I had expected. But it did kind of, for me, give me some time to reflect over what I want to do with my life and where am I at financially. Do I want to buy a house and all these things? And we'll talk about that later. A lot did happen while I was in the midst of finding myself and deciding, okay, maybe I'll pick up YouTube one day. And I thought I was going to pick it up like within a week. And just like some people's gym habits, I will say my gym habits are much better now than they used to be. But basically, the consistency just wasn't there. I realized that I didn't have the balance and the go-get-it attitude, and I lost my why. Really, to sum it up, I completely lost my why of why I got into YouTube in the first place, what information I wanted to share with people, and really just what kind of life I wanted to create for myself. But over the last year since I had started YouTube in 2020, and then took off the rest of the year, and took off the entire 2021, and here we are right now, in 2022, in January, and a lot of great things happened along that journey. I started my financial journey, and what I should have done is I should have documented all of this, but at the time, the reason I quit first, because besides the work ethic that you need to do to keep the momentum going with YouTube, the other thing for me was just, once I started getting comments and things like that, I was like, oh gosh, I wasn't expecting some things that felt negative, and just like, man, this was a little bit more than I was expecting to get, and why are people so mean, And honestly, it makes sense, but now I'm like, what does it matter? Like, at the end of the day, if you have an opinion, whether it's why you should save, why you should invest here, or maybe one day we're talking about, relationship stuff and things like that, and what does it take to have a good relationship, and everyone's gonna have an opinion. And at the end of the day, if you allow everyone's opinion to be the reason why you quit something, well, you're not gonna do very much in this world. The people who make the biggest changes, the biggest moves, the biggest, or just revolutionary things are usually people who ruffle feathers. Whether it's Martin Luther King or just any president you can think of, or any activist, or even in the medical field or whatever, or Facebook, Instagram, they usually ruffle some type of feathers. Elon Musk with electric cars and SpaceX, which I love. It's like all these people are willing to go against the grain and speak their mind and say their piece and then go for what they know, what's in their heart. And so on this channel, we're going to talk about all things from finance, my financial journey, to personal relationship things, to life hacks, to just really self-limiting beliefs, and just everything that it goes into the compound effect of life. If you focus on one thing too much, expect to get that. Or if you don't plan in life and you're hoping to be successful, your chances of being successful are just that much less, because you're not being intentional about being successful, right? So there's gonna be a lot of things we cover. We're gonna eventually have some therapists that I know, and other business people, and people from all walks of life join the channel and join the show. More than likely, I'm thinking like once a month, just to kind of ask questions and see what we can gain, what wisdom we can learn, what lessons we can avoid, right? Because I like to live vicariously, which I hope you do too. It's like, I don't need to know that riding without a seatbelt in my car, probably not a good idea. I think we have enough statistics to let us know, yeah, it's probably not great. Or to go, oh, you know what, let me just text all these other random girls and my girlfriend should be okay with it. No, I think we know enough to kind of go, you know what, it's not gonna turn out well for us. So I will tell you this though, a couple things that happened that are really positive. I bought a house. We're here right now. And it's so cool. The last time I did a video like this, we were in my apartment and I had my black wall and it was really cool. And I worked on it really hard and had a different desk. And now we're at this table, which is actually like can be converted into a pool table, which is pretty cool. And learned how to save money. Like one of the reasons I will say that I had kind of like a pause where like, man, am I, do I deserve to speak on any topic? Because I haven't mastered anything. I'm like, I sometimes feel like people should conversate on things once they're like 80, and they've done so much and I got 60, 70 years on this topic, on this subject. I've mastered it. But it's like at the same time, there's no guarantee I'll make it to 80, first off. The average age is 72. But then on top of that, if everyone waited till they mastered everything or everybody perfected every single nick and cranny, well, we wouldn't have YouTube. We wouldn't have School of Arts and we wouldn't have college and we wouldn't have really any person of any sort giving us any type of information and intellect and sharing and discussing various topics. So I paused and I was like, man, do I deserve to have a voice in this space? And then I thought about it. It's like, why not? Why not me? Why not you? And so that's what this video is about. It's just basically saying why I left, which was fear, which was, it was harder than I thought, It's very tough to make videos, put your thoughts out there, edit videos, take the brood of people's comments who you don't know and just dealing with the everyday life. You're tired and it's like, man, is this worth it? And the thought is that you just hope so. You hope that somebody gets encouraged to save their money, to be a better steward. I know that for me, 2020 was the most money I'd ever saved in my life. I had saved $20,000. But it's just very cool what I learned about myself when it comes to discipline, when it comes to the hard sacrifices that you have to make in order to be successful. And this year, along with me, I hope that you join me on what I call the year of consistency. Consistency, which will equal growth. In any area, whether it's your fitness, whether it's your finances, whether it's your mental health, whether it's your relationships, whether you're dating or married, or maybe it's a business. Maybe you want to be an entrepreneur and you're like, man, why is nothing ever working out? I tell you, if you don't have discipline in every facet of your life, those are usually the areas where you're wondering why it's still the same. And it's usually because discipline is tough. Discipline's hard. Every morning, me and my girlfriend, we're waking up at, anywhere from sometimes 5 and we're hitting the gym. Why? Because we're building that muscle that it's like, it's not about how I feel. We're going because it needs to get done. And it's like, no matter how I feel when it comes to these YouTube videos, or maybe I'm tired or whatever, it's not about how I feel. It's about it needs to get done. And I want to share that experience with everyone. And I want to really help, share my journey, which I hope will challenge you or make you think about your own journey and go, man, what am I fearful of? What are my self-limiting beliefs? How can I get out of my own way so that I can maybe make the gains I want when it comes to weightlifting, or maybe I can lose that weight, or I can finally pay this car off, or pay this house off, or build this business, whatever it may be. My hope is that we can join together and be successful. Why not us? That's my question. So thank you so much for joining, guys, again. And I hope that we can continue this journey. It's going to be great. I know we can. If you don't mind, if this is something that you think you would like, or want other people to see it, if you don't mind, please hit the like button. And if you want to join the journey, hit subscribe. Why not? Till next time, guys. Peace.